Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Caitlin and I'm the owner and maker behind Little Women Creations. Today is the start of market vlog number 11. I know we're in double digits now, but it's actually the day before my market, which is the first of 2023 markets for me. It will be tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. At the House of Rad here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So I'm just going to show you a little bit what I do the day before, and then we'll get into the actual market in the rest of the video. But if this is something that you are interested in, if you are a small business owner, if you are a crochet small business owner, or if you're just simply a crocheter who's thinking about starting to sell stuff, these market vlogs are the perfect video for you. So we would love to have you here at the LWC clan. Feel free to subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and if you really like this kind of content, make sure to give it a like, and let me know your thoughts and your questions and your concerns down below in the comments. Anyway, grab yourself a beverage. I have coffee with me over on my pile of inventory, and make sure you have a project, and let's get into today's video. So like I mentioned, it is the day before my market, so I'm going to turn you guys around and just show you the mess that I have created. I'm also going to just kind of explain what tomorrow's market is. So first off, we have inventory, my coffee, more inventory. The desk is a mess, and I need to further clean out to grab a table, my clothing rack, which are these black and silver bars. I need to go through and just make sure I have all of the shopping bags I need. I need to erase my signs, make sure I just have everything for money. Lots of things going on. But tomorrow's market is called MKE DeStash, and the point of the market is to destash your inventory. And that's why I have all 4 of my market bins out. If you followed some of my market vlogs before, you'll know I usually bring about 3 and then some like duffel bags full of product. I always have 1 bin that is going to be like my seasonal items that I'm not going to be bringing to every market. But because this is a destash event, I'm bringing everything. So I'm going to have some discounts going on. I'm going to have some mystery bags, specifically my scrunchies. So I'm really wanting to just completely get rid of my scrunchies. I want to redo how I make them, kind of solidify more the colors that I like and the style. So because of that, I'll just grab one since they're here. I have 9 mystery bags. I made them all Thursday, and the idea is they are $10. There are 3 scrunchies in there, and then they also have a business card in there, so if it's the only thing they buy, there's a business card in there as well. There are some bags that do have 4 scrunchies in it, and that's because I included some of my freebies. So if you've ordered from me on Etsy at all, sometimes you get a freebie with your order, and for the past couple of months, it's been scrunchies that don't meet my standard, and that's because I had a problem where my red velvet yarn would bleed onto my white velvet yarn, so I was getting some weird pink coloring in the white scrunchies. So there's some white scrunchies in there that are imperfect, that's the word to use. Imperfect scrunchies that are still great to use, but just a little discolored. I currently, if you can see, I have some sports gear on because we will be driving down to Chicago tonight to go to the Chicago Fire FC home opener. That is the MLS team in Chicago. I'm not very happy about having to go the night before a market. I've done it before. It's not that big of a deal. And so that's why I'm taking this morning to just make sure everything is organized, make sure I have everything I need. So when I wake up tomorrow morning, I can just load my car and go to the venue. So tomorrow's venue is a little different. I haven't been to this venue before. I'm very excited. Milwaukee Makers Market is hosting one event at this venue later in the year. So I'm hoping I have good experiences now, so then it'll be great if and when I get into that market. But the load-in can start at 7 a.m., which is the earliest load-in I've ever had for a market. I will plan to be there around 7, sometime between 7 and 7:30 is the goal, just because then it gives me a little more time to set up and make sure everything looks good. I do have, like I said, lots of product going on 4 bins and some. I still have been making product too, so I have some items. I've been a part of Koozie Craft's March Crochet Challenge, and so the first day was a frog, so I have 2 chunky frogs to add in. They're really cute. And then yesterday was eggs, so I have 2 eggs that I can add in. I think he's technically upside down. Yeah. And then today is chicken, which I probably will make a chicken on the way to Chicago and bring that again for tomorrow. So I have to finish packing those up, and then I am going to actually load my cart, and the plan is to load in all of my tables, my display items, get that for the first load into my car tomorrow morning. I'm not going to load my car the night before because I rent an apartment, thus I rent a space for my car, and I do not want to run the risk of it being broken into or something happening to it overnight, even though it is in a locked, private, heated garage, so I'm sure it would be fine. I just don't like to run the risk with that kind of stuff. Just my personal opinion. If you load your car the night before, I love that. I wish I could. I used to keep just a couple of like my tables in there, but I did have to loan my car to my boyfriend's mom just while she was having some car problems, and I didn't need it. So I took everything out, thus I need to reload. Anyway, I'm gonna get going. I'll hop in and just like show you some stuff I'm doing. I am starting a new inventory tracker, not through Google Sheets anymore. I've decided it's just a little too tedious to actually sit and go through and see what's sold. So I have updated my entire inventory within Square. Now, again, if you've been following my channel for a bit, you know that Square is the card reading system I use. Absolutely love it. I will like push this product as much as possible. I don't get any money for it, but I love Square. It's so easy to use. It's absolutely amazing with taking credit cards, and you can do tap to pay. They also allow Cash App. You can process cash through it as well, which is what I want to try. So the goal is to update everything in that, which is up to date as of right now. Anything that I am making and that I need to pack still has to go in Square, which is why I have this system set up how it is. Yeah, I guess we'll see how it goes. I can just click on the inventory that is being sold and it'll take it out of my Square inventory. It'll show as like out of stock. So then I can add things in. Anyway, I think it's just going to be easier. That is my goal, at least, to track it through Square now moving forward, so I don't have to take the time out of my day to update my Google spreadsheet, pull out all my inventory, double check that everything's right. But I'm going to get going kind of on today, and I'll bring you along with me as I see fit. So I'm cleaning my chalkboard signs right now. As you can see, I already did the bottom of this one, but I wanted to show you guys, these are just like the cheap ones. I got them at the like under $5 section at Target one time, and they really don't do well. Let me just take like a paper towel. Like the chalk stays on them. So I wanted to show you guys my little tip. I use a magic eraser. We have a pack of these that we usually get, and it comes off really well. Sorry, I'm like not in a good spot to hold on to this. So you just get it a little wet, and yeah, it comes off super well. I usually redo my chalkboards almost every market just because the things I bring are always different. But if you are doing markets and you have pretty much the same inventory that you bring, you can always make these at home before your market. So yeah, now you can kind of see I'm going to go over when I have two hands, but it doesn't look that bad. I'm just going to do one more scrub over and it should be good to go for tomorrow. I just wanted to briefly show you what the first load looks like. So this is all of my display items. I do have some products already in this batch, but the next cart that I'll bring down to my car tomorrow when I load will be all of my products. So in here I have my 6-foot table, my clothing rack. This is all of the shopping bags, and I just have them on part of the clothing rack so it doesn't fall over. I have my chalkboard sign that has my business name and all my social media. But yeah, so in here's all the shopping bags, my chalkboards for the table, and then my money bag, all my notebook, that kind of stuff. These again are the mystery scrunchies. So I just have two. They're not going to be displayed like this is like this. This is just how I am transporting them. My crochet bag for tomorrow, which I'm not planning to actually have time to crochet a lot, but I still want to bring a project or two. Down here you can see there's a glass jar. That's for the flowers. I have my scrunchie stand with some scrunchies on them. This bag here is my actual display pieces. So that's going to be like my cake stands, my little shelves, that kind of stuff. All the way in the bottom, which you're not going to be able to see, but trust me, it's there, is my chair, which I just use like a lawn chair. It's easy to set up, take down. It's not in the way that much. Anyway, so yeah, this is the first load. And then I'll just bring you guys back into the office. And you can see this is going to be, like I said, we're going to Chicago tonight, so this is going to be my project. If you saw my podcast episode, you'll know what this is. 2 bins and the other 2 bins of product. So this will be what I bring the second trip. I also need to bring, turn that on, hangers, but we did just get these nice black felt hangers for our actual closet. And we have like 30 left over, so I'm going to use those instead because these are just really clunky and they're kind of wide. So because I know that I'm going to have so much on that clothing rack, I'm going to use the felt lined ones instead. So with that, I will see you all tomorrow morning. Good morning. It's officially market day. I'm already dressed, the car's packed, and I'm actually at the venue. My plan of attack right now is I'm going to take in a very light load, and that's just to make sure that I'm able to get my bearings, know where I'm going, and not have to like maneuver with a heavy cart. So I usually bring in my product first and then my purse and my money bag, that kind of stuff. So I'm going to grab that cart. I will show you guys where my booth is set up, and then I'll come back at my second cart. It'll be great. But I'm very excited. I was supposed to be here at 7:30 to start setup. It's like 8:04. I'm not that mad. I got my Starbucks. Like, I took my time with walking the dogs this morning. So it's going to be a great day, and I'm so excited. And I'm so happy that you all are here to come with me and just like be my buddy for the day. So let's get going. All right, so the car is unpacked. Everything is loaded in my booth. I'm just going to take a moment to eat my Starbucks sandwich, and then I'm going to go in and start setting up. So we're supposed to be ready by 10:30. Patrons can start walking through at 10:30 because that's when the venue opens, but the market doesn't officially start until 11. So at this point, it is 8:30 on the dot. I'll have 2 hours to set up. It's going to be a very easy setup, at least for me, because it's only one table, my shelf, and then my clothing rack. So I'm not too worried about the 2 hour setup. That's why I'm going to take a moment to eat my breakfast, and then I can finish getting ready. Alright, so this is VoiceOver Caitlin. I'm going to show you all my Square site that I use. So Square is how I take my credit card payments, and this was the first market that I decided to track all of my inventory in here as well. So I'm going to the home page here, and I'm just going to change it so you can see the date of the event, which was March 5th. You can see that spike there. Gross sales, I had $757, and the average sale was $15.45. Cool thing too, because I tracked all this, is I can see how many transactions in total I had. Now I'm going to take us over into the actual transactions tab. You can see it's from the entire month of March, and it shows you the total collected, again, the complete transactions, the number of them, and then the net sales as well over here. And the net sales just include everything without telling you your fees and things, so it's completely everything that you sold. If we scroll on the side, you can see all of the different kinds of transactions I had. It tells you, especially because I went and input all of my inventory in here, you can see that I have things put in with colors, by category, all that fun stuff. And I'll show you in a little bit too, but you can see on the left hand side there's a little icon in the little rectangle that tells you how the customer paid. Here I'm going to change the payment method and show you the cards that I had payments for. So we can see that there were 16 complete transactions and $291 were collected from cards. You can see again, like I was mentioning, on the left hand side are these little rectangles, and these actually show you the type of card that was used. I believe the four that Square has are American Express or Amex, Discover, MasterCard, and Visa. You can also see the time that everything, again, was purchased at, the description, and the price of each thing. Now if we move to cash, which cash is always great to take at markets, and this is why you should have change with you. I had 33 complete transactions, $466 worth of sales, and all of these sales go directly into my pocket. There are no fees that Square takes. Even though I input them into my Square point of sale or POS system, Square does not take any of these funds. These are all directly to me. Now we can see there's a payments and a refunds tab as well, so you can sort if you had to give out a lot of refunds during a sale or not. I've only had to do that a couple times, and that was before I had input all of my inventory into Square, and so that would be me accidentally clicking a number, charging more, charging less, that kind of thing. These last three features, or at least bars over here, I don't really use, but this export tab is really good. So this gives you a way to export a CSV, which you can open in Excel or Google Sheets. This gives you a way to just mess around with the actual inventory that you sold. It allows you to sort it, kind of do whatever you want on your own end. Now if we go into the sales summary, you can see I have it again from March 1st to 31st. The sale was on the 5th, and it shows that with the big spike. You can see the left graph shows the days of the week that things are sold on, and then that longer graph shows the time frame of when transactions occurred. If we scroll down again, it kind of breaks up the sales report differently than what we saw before with the cash card transactions. This we can see our total payments, and then it describes the cash and card payments. There's a gift card and an other option as well. I didn't use those for today's market, but the big thing here is it tells you your fees. So the net total was $747 and some odd cents, and my fees were $9.18. Again, those fees only come out of the card transactions here from Square. If you guys want more detail exactly on all of these things, please let me know. I've been using Square for 3 years now, and this is the first time that I have used it to track my inventory. I'm really liking how it looks so far. It does not integrate over with my Etsy, so I do have to go in and manually change and update those values and items in Etsy, but it integrates over perfectly into my Square online commerce shop. Within Square, you can set up a free website. You can use their tools to make it how you want, which I did that last summer, I believe, is when I started it and then finished it. It is live. I have not made any purchases on it, mainly because I don't really push it, and that's because I don't really keep it updated, but I digress. Now that I have been integrating my inventory into Square specifically, that will show up on my Square online commerce shop, and it will keep it updated after my sales and market days. So that is what I'm really looking forward to. I'm going to be trying to push that website even more. I just have the free version right now. I think I will maybe pay for it towards the end of the year, maybe towards quarter 4, just because there's some more features that get unlocked, like you can get reviews, you can get different website building things as well. But let's go and talk about kind of my top 5 items. So you can see here I'm highlighting each of them. First one were the hexagon cardigans, followed by bees, the whale plushies, the mushrooms, and then finally my snakes. Actually, I think I got that out of order. It went snakes, mushrooms. I don't remember now. But it is kind of off because my hexagon cardigans, I only sold 2 of them, but it was the most in a category, so that was $140. If you are familiar with my channel, you'll know that I like to organize my items into different categories. And so I do have an uncategorized that's just for random items like my dog hats and the 3-pack mystery scrunchies that I was running for this event. But the other main ones that I use are plush, reusable, baby, wearable, home decor, and sometimes seasonal. That depends, because sometimes they'll fit into home decor or wearables and not have to be seasonal. I think those are all of them. So this is a really nice screen, this report screen here in Square, because you can see each item that was sold based on the category. And so I'll click into here. So I have my eggs. This is different too because I actually sold 2 eggs and it only shows 1 because I did sell the second egg at $1 off, and I did not have any discounts set up within Square, so I just had to manually input it. And then I made a note of it in my phone to make sure that I knew that I did sell it at what price. If you followed my market vlogs before, you'll know that I typically write everything down, but in preparation for this event, because I knew it was going to be a big one and it was going to be very busy, I decided to input all of my inventory here into Square, so that way it was easy access for me to just click a few icons, charge it, and move on to the next customer instead of taking the time to write every single transaction down. A lot of these transactions happened almost simultaneously, one after the other, and I would not have had a moment to put my phone down, to turn away from a customer, and to write down. And so if you are at events where you know they're going to be busy, this might be a great alternative for you to use, especially if you already use Square to collect your card payments. The other thing that I have not figured out how to do is I was collecting Venmo payments as well. Now, Square works with Cash App, and so you can pay with your Cash App using the Square terminal, which is the little card reader I have. However, they do not have a partnership with Venmo, and so because of that, all of my Venmo transactions are in the Venmo business app. And I know that gets confusing because it's still money that I made but it doesn't show up in here, and I can't track the inventory from Venmo into Square. So that, again, is just another manual thing that I have to go through. Hopefully I will figure that out before my next event, which my next event I'm very excited for is April 14th, and it is with the Milwaukee Admirals, which is our, I believe you would call them a minor hockey league here in Wisconsin. Wisconsin does not have a National Hockey League or NHL team, and because of that, we have our minor league. And so that is going to be really fun. It's going to be at the game, and they're doing a little 414 pop-up market because the numbers 414 are the Milwaukee area code, so like for a telephone number. And so it's 414 day. I'm very excited for that. One thing about this event is, if you recall, this was a DeStash event, so the idea was to de-stash your items. I did find out afterwards through the after event survey that all items were supposed to be discounted, so I will have to keep that in mind for next year. Overall, it was a great market. I did end up bringing in about $823 between Square and Venmo, like I had mentioned how that worked before. It was a very good event. I was really excited. It was super busy. I'm so thankful for everyone that came out to shop small that day, as I am for all of you that sit through these videos and watch them. Please let me know if the voiceover was good, if you liked this kind of content. Be sure to like the video if you just like this content overall, and subscribe to my channel. Doing those 3 things really help to push my videos and to help people find my channel. I appreciate you all, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, guys.